Everybody, it's Wakinyan from Morning Habit, and this is a band channel, but it can be whatever we want it to be. You'll see a lot of inspiration in the new video we have coming out, Reality's Goodbye, for Halloween 3. A little bit, at least just being into horror, because I have a couple Halloween 3 pins on my strap in the Reality's Goodbye video. I'm a huge fan of it. I started collecting it about last month, and well, I guess 2 months ago now, and it's October 1st today, so I was going to show off some of my collection. So one of my big goals has been grabbing physical media. I love physical media. I think it's very important. It's going into this release as well, with the album kind of being available physically before it goes on streaming, if the full album ends up on streaming. But yeah, so I'm going to start backwards. So we're going to go kind of a latest release to all the way back to the original. The thing I love about this movie is that it came out in 1982 and that it has a lot of different formats. So there's a lot of weird shit that you got to get through. But we're going to start with some of the kind of Blu-ray 4Ks and go backwards. So this was one of the first pieces I got. This is the 4K Ultra release with this alternate cover from Scream Factory. Also comes with the Blu-ray. This is a fantastic, it's probably one of the best releases of this movie that's ever been done. One of my favorites, and I love the cover art, and it's got the little sleeve, and I got it actually from Sacred Bones, which is John Carpenter's label, and it came in a fancy little package, which is up there, but you'll see more of the collection in other videos. But so that one's one of my favorites. Really great release. I highly recommend if like somebody's looking for a really good one, this would be the one to go for. So that's a great one. Another wonderful one is the Steelbook, which this one's pretty plain in terms of doesn't have any like booklet or anything, but the inside's great. This is a really good release, and it kind of opens up into a whole entire bit there. And actually, there is a brand new Steelbook coming out on October 28th. I have it pre-ordered. I'll do a video on it when it comes through. It looks really excellent. It's an Amazon exclusive, which is like, whatever. But the cover looks sick. And my favorite thing is kind of getting alternate covers and different versions of stuff. I'm a big fan of import stuff, which you'll see in this too. Here's kind of a pretty definitive one. This is the collector's edition Halloween 3. I got this one at Vintage Stock. You can find them there pretty easy. They're pretty readily available. Originally came out in 2012. Has the good art. You can do the original artwork on this one too and flip it, which is pretty cool. I bought this brand new. This was one of the releases that kind of started it all. So love this release. Very similar to the new 4K one, which also comes with the Blu-ray. But this is a great one too. Now here's one of my real favorites. This is a German Halloween 3 release, and it's kind of like a book texture. So this is number 434 of 444, and it's all German. This one actually happens to be region free, or at least it worked in my Xbox. I tried it, and usually it's region B, I believe, for that area of the world, and it actually worked, and I can watch it in English, but it looks really wonderful. It's got this book inside of it, which is really excellent. This is a score. I love the artwork on this one. I love the henchman with the witch's head. That is great, and then the background's pretty typical, but you can see it's kind of a limited run there. This is a really, really great release. One of my favorites on my shelf. And there's another disc in the back right there of the kind of the cover art. There is another release that has this as, I think, part of the cover that I'm still hunting for. But yeah, this was a good find. Most of this stuff's from eBay, mainly. I think almost a good chunk of it. Some of it I found locally, but this is one of my favorites. This is one of my prized possessions, and it has the number 3, which is just kind of cool in this release. Now here's some stuff that seems maybe kind of redundant, but they're so cheap. I love different artwork. I love all that stuff. This is like the Universal release. It's pretty plain, but it was a Blu-ray. It has the like Halloween 2 skull pumpkin thing with like the UFO eyes going down on it. I went ahead and bought it just because it's rad, which also leads me into the DVD version, which I also have. So I've got both. Yeah, it might seem excessive, but I love alternate artwork. I love seeing people's different interpretations on stuff. Even if it might be just like a little cheesy, I love that artwork. But these are pretty, I mean, like there's nothing in here. They didn't even try on the disc or anything on the Blu-ray. But I will say the DVD at least has this inside of it, which is cool. I love those little features inside of here. I love seeing when people put the work into making a really cool release. These two, I also got the same day I got that collector's edition I was mentioning earlier. I got them at the Vintage Stock in Tulsa, Oklahoma on a trip. I was searching for a guitar and started this business. So this is just a regular DVD release of Halloween 3. You can find this anywhere for super cheap. I think I got this for like $5 or $4, something like that. And you can also find this one, which is the Halloween 2, Halloween 3 dual release. Really cool release. Simple. You know, you see these everywhere. They don't have anything special. I just have them, you know, on my shelf. Okay, and now the next part, we're going to go to VHS, which is pretty cool. I have a really cool one that I love, but I have 4 different VHSs. So I'll start with this is one you see all the time. That's all over the place. This is a Good Times release from the 90s. Actually goes for pretty good money considering it's like a VHS. Most VHSs don't go for that much. But people are starting to collect them because they're rad and they're fun. And this one, I mean, they usually run about $30 or $40 roughly. But these are way, way more available than the MCA release. And there was one in 83, 84, and 87. But you got to have one for each one. This artwork's cool. It's the Good Time stuff is kind of fun. They make some cool stuff. So pretty plain again, but great release. Halloween 3. You know the deal. Now this one is I got this for a really good deal. So I bought it. So this is a 87 release of it. And yeah, 1987. Value-wise, between 83, 84, and 87, not that different. They all run a little bit more. I mean, if you can score one of these for like 30 or 40 or so bucks, then I'd say that's a pretty good deal. Some of these have sold potentially for $70, which I think is crazy. When it comes to collecting, I like to buy stuff right. You know, I don't like to overpay all the time. Maybe there's a couple things I could have done a little better on, but sometimes you just got to have it. You just got to have it. I don't know what to say. Now, this one is kind of a phenomenon. It's an 83 release of Halloween 3, but this one's in like a shell packaging, which is cool. It's got the horror sticker on it, so I've actually had a hard time finding another one of these, but again, I got it for a good deal, and it is a 1983 release, and I love it so I'll take it out here, but you can see it does say 1983, although you may not be able to see it, but it came from Second Cinema Video in Bartonville, Illinois. So again, another really cool release. I love that VHS. So it looks cool. It looks old. Looks fun. And I like that it's different from my 87 one, which is in really good shape. So they're kind of 2 different releases, 2 different things. But I got into this one pretty good too. Now this one is a hoot. I love it because I think it kind of personifies this movie a lot. It's a Finland version of Halloween 3 on VHS. But you can notice there's something a little off about it. It's got Michael Myers on the front, and if anybody's a fan of this movie, you know he's not in it. Well, he's in it on a TV screen, but he's not in it enough to facilitate being on the cover. I think that's actually like the Halloween 6 thing, which is kind of bizarre, but it's got all the actors of the movie on there, but it's got Michael Myers. So I ordered this from Finland. I even kept like the postcards and stuff from the sender. I love that kind of stuff when people send me things like that, especially from across the pond there. I don't know. It could be a bootleg or something, but it says Halloween Season of the Witch on the side. I just thought it was a cool cover and kind of a good reason why this movie kind of failed when it came out was because the assumption was this guy was going to be in it, and he wasn't. So yeah, I love this VHS. I think it's a really cool release. Now, this looks like another VHS, but it's not. This is the Betamax version. I just got this week. I've been after one of these for a while. So you can kind of tell. Here, let me grab my VHS. The size difference is a little... You can tell. Here's the VHS. Here's the Betamax. Boom. Both kind of a little different size there. But yeah, I scored this on an auction. I didn't get it for an amazing deal, but I was willing to pay for it, I guess. I had to re-glue this back on here, which if you got to do that, some people recommend cement glue, but I used just a glue stick, actually like an Elmer's glue stick, and it worked great. It didn't mess up the integrity or anything, but this is in really great shape. It had the wrapping on it, and don't kill me, collectors, but I took it off because it was all torn up and slippery and all over the place. So it was safer for me to take it out. But this is a 1983 version. Again, this is why you can see it says beta. That's why I love this movie, because of the era it came out. There's a multitude of different versions of it on media, which as a collector is fun, but it can get expensive. Next thing, which is pretty common, I guess. This is the Laserdisc that I got. This is a real deal. It's in freaking amazing shape. This is actually, I found this locally. I did not find this on eBay. They are all over eBay. I got into this one really good, and it was such a great find. It was one of those like your heart's racing kind of finds. Prized possession here. I've been after one of these for a while. I really want the Japanese one. I've been hunting for that too. But that one does go for a bit more money. I'm going to have to probably shell out for that. But yeah, these are great. Laserdisc are so cool. I mean, they're so fun. I just got a bunch today that are just so fun. So yeah, this is fun. It looks great. It's in great shape. These go for, I don't know, I've seen them go for like $70 to $100. Sometimes $50 if you can really get in on a good eBay bid that nobody's watching. I got in this one for pretty darn good. So now my last one is a rare format of physical media. This is a CED disc. So a very rare version of this movie. This is a short format that lived for no time at all. I got into this one pretty good too. I appreciate all the people who have given me like deals on stuff and worked with me on some things. But this one, you can kind of tell, you got these like little latches up there up top, and you put this in the player, and then the player pulls it out and brings it to inside there, and it runs like a vinyl record. Very kind of primitive thing. Kind of sounds like a pain in the ass, but yeah, it's super cool. There's a CED player at a pawn shop I may get just to try it out. I know this one works because the person I bought it from had a CED player and said it worked. So, and they were like watching it as I was talking to them. They had 2 copies, but super cool. This is one of my like favorite things. These look great. They're big. It's like as big as my Laserdisc, and those are large. So these are like 2 of my favorite releases. So yeah, that's all I have for physical media of Halloween 3 in terms of watching it. I do have the soundtrack. I do have other collectibles that I will be kind of showing off. You can see some sneak peek. There's some shelving over there and some pictures and artwork and stuff from the movie that I love a lot. And I always have more on the way. So just kind of be on the lookout. I'll upload these whenever. This is just kind of a spur of the moment thing to kind of show off my collection and show why I maybe have the Halloween 3 button or pins on my strap in the Reality's Goodbye video. Because I'm a big horror fan and I love it and I love collecting. So yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I'll just kind of upload these whenever I'm feeling spicy and want to show off my Halloween 3 collection. And yeah, Reality's Goodbye will be out October 28th, and really grateful for all the people that helped work on it. Micah Streeter has been amazing, an amazing director, and working with all of us and making this happen. And the album, we'll have the CDs out here probably in the end of the year, and you can get that on morninghabit.bandcamp.com. If you want to support artists locally and kind of put an end to some of the streaming stuff, it helps out a lot. You know, it helps out a lot with all the work we put into this. And collecting physical media has changed my outlook on like being a musician and what that artistry kind of looks like and how important physical media is, because it's a beautiful thing to dedicate some time to a full album or a full movie or whatever. You know, you're listening to an expression of the human experience, and I think that's really cool. So thank you all for watching, and I'll upload some stuff here soon. Thanks.